The film begins and we see a beach where a boy and his friend are spending time together. They are alone there. Suddenly, the girl's attention is drawn to a strange crab that looks like a fish. So the girl picks it up to take a look. She feels nothing, leading them to believe that it might be dead, so they start taking pictures with it. But suddenly, the crab starts moving and sticks to the boy's face. It begins to bite him badly, refusing to let go, causing blood to flow from his face. His friend gets very scared. She tries to remove the crab from his face, but when she does, it injures him even more. So she picks up a stone to remove the crab, but before she can throw it, the crab detaches from his face. As the stone hits his wound, he dies painfully for some unknown reason. Seeing this, the girl gets very frightened, and in the next moment, the crab attacks her too, sticking to her face. The scene shifts to a boy, Philip, and his friend, Mehdi. Philip is paralyzed, meaning he cannot walk and uses a wheelchair. Mehdi is taking Philip to the garage because Philip is always trying to create something new. He conducts various experiments there, while Philip's brother, who is a police officer, wants to sell the whole place, but Philip refuses. His brother has put up banners to sell the plate, which Philip gets removed. It turns out that Philip has received a thing he ordered for his experiment, which makes him very happy. This thing is actually a small major diet battery, because Philip is trying to build a robot. He wants to create robots for the army. Now, when Philip and Mehdi check this laser battery in the garage, suddenly a light goes out and an officer nearly has an accident. Chasing the light, he also ends up in the garage, and when he learns that they are going to experiment, he is quite surprised, but he doesn't say anything to them. While the three are talking, Philip's brother arrives, and when he sees the banners on the ground, he warns Philip not to remove them again. Just then, the police officer receives a call from the control room informing him that a bullfish has washed up dead on the beach. So, the officer and Philip's brother go to check it out, and Mehdi also leaves for home. Meanwhile, it is shown that the fish is in very bad condition. Someone has brutally torn it apart and half-eaten it, leaving it out of the water. When both arrive near its corpse, they can smell a terrible stench. Philip's brother thinks it might be the work of aliens, but the other officer says he thinks there are dangerous things in the water that are not only large in size, but also capable of causing harm, as it has done to a whale. So, the two set out to check it properly. After finishing their work and returning home, Philip's brother goes into a van. It turns out that both brothers live in two different fairs like this because they had no house to stay in, so they made their home in it. When Philip's brother was going to work, he threw a piece of pizza there, but after he left, a strange creature picked up that piece, which was none other than a crab. The next day, when he comes to school, he goes to his class with Mehdi. Their biology teacher gives the children a dead cat on which they were supposed to experiment. In the future, it was none other than Mehdi's mother. After class, Philip's friend comes to them and tells Mehdi to come with him tomorrow. In fact, there was a party at their school the next day, but Mehdi says she is sorry, as she promised Philip that she would go to the party with him. At this, her friend leaves angrily. On the beach, Philip's brother finds a hand of a structure, and we learn that this hand belongs to the boy we saw at the beginning. He has been badly eaten by someone. Following the blood trail, the two come to a cave. The brother goes inside the cave alone, while his officer partner stays outside to smoke a cigarette. When the brother comes back from that side of the cave, he finds a dismembered corpse because there are limbs, arms, and body parts scattered, which frightens him a lot. As he checks further, he sees the girl sitting there, whom we saw at the beginning of the movie. As soon as the girl looks at him, half of her face is in bad condition because the crab has disfigured her face, pulling her eye out. The girl cries and tells him that the crab did this to them. Then his brother feels unwell. He gets very scared. At night, Philip's friend is sitting in a garage with his friends, drinking and chatting. Suddenly, a crab sticks to one of his friend's faces and begins to eat him brutally. Just like that, it attacks another friend too, killing both, but just in time, Philip's friend manages to escape. At night, while Philip is working in the garage, his brother comes and starts looking at his ear. Philip shows his brother the laser light battery and tells him that it is a very powerful thing. Here, Philip has created a device for himself so that he can walk. As Philip attaches the laser battery to the device and uses it, he indeed starts walking, but unfortunately, due to flaws in his device, it doesn't work properly and shuts down, leaving Philip very disappointed. So, he storms out in anger because of his experiment failing. Just then, Mehdi arrives with her mother because she came to meet Philip. But when Philip still doesn't stop, Mehdi follows him to talk. Meanwhile, her mother and Philip's brother sit in the van looking at their school time pictures. From that time until today, both have liked each other in some way, and after a while, they set out for a walk. Philip and Mehdi come to the city. Philip is still quite angry and tells her about his fan experiment. Mehdi calms him down. Meanwhile, Philip's friend comes to the bar and tells everyone about that crab because it attacked my friends and brutally ate them, but no one believes him. Then he asks the bar owner for alcohol, but she refuses to serve him due to his age. Angered, he leaves, and since Philip's friend is a bit mentally weak. No one is listening to him because of his strange behavior. After that, he goes outside and meets Philip and Meddy, telling them about the crab, but they clearly don't believe him. Just then, a similar crab appears in front of them. Meddy finds it to be a living creature, so she approaches to take a look. Although Philip's friend is warning her, she doesn't pay attention to him. She extends her hand towards the crab, but the crab does not attack them. Instead, it strangely dies right there, surprising all three of them. They also explain to their friend, "See, it didn't harm us." After that, Meddy and Philip leave for home. Upon returning, Philip and his brother go to sleep in their respective vans, while Meddy takes her mother to Philip's garage and shows her his gadget, machines, and devices. Meanwhile, Philip's friend is still standing in front of the dead crab. He starts insulting it and misbehaving with it. Just then, we see a strange creature emerge from inside that crab and attack him, severely injuring him. Here, we understand that these crabs transform into other creatures after dying. In the morning, the officer goes out on a boat to catch fish, where he starts hearing crab noises from the water, causing him to become very scared. Philip is getting ready to go to the party with his fan. His brother is also ready because he is going to the party with Philip. In a short while, they reach the party venue. Philip has brought the same walking device that wasn't working before, but now it is functioning properly, allowing Philip to walk. When Meddy sees him walking, she becomes very happy. In fact, last night when Meddy took her mother to the garage, they fixed this device, making it functional. Now, Meddy and Philip start dancing, while Philip's brother dances with Meddy's mother. But just then, a crab appears, following him. As Philip's brother tries to escape, he encounters that same crab. Then both of them ignore the crab and come to the party to dance with everyone. After a while, the crab approaches the music guy at the party. It suddenly attacks him, sticking to his face and eating him brutally. The boy starts screaming. When everyone's attention turns to him, they panic. Meddy's mother steps forward to see the crab, but just then, another crab attacks her too. However, it wasn't fully stuck, and Philip's brother quickly pulls it off and throws it away. Then he tells everyone to get outside. As people start heading outside, many crabs come and attack everyone, causing chaos. But the remaining people fight back against the crabs and kill them all. But suddenly, a crab appears and transforms into a large creature that looks very dangerous. Seeing it, people panic again and start running. Philip's brother tries to take everyone, including Philip, to a safe room. But just then, his device malfunctions, causing Philip to fall, and he can no longer walk. His brother tries to take him away when that creature approaches them and starts moving towards them. Seeing it coming towards him, Philip tells his brother, "Brother, get out of here." But his brother cannot do that, so he stands up and faces the creature. Just before the creature attacks him, Philip's friend arrives and strikes the creature with his sword, killing it and causing it to fall. In fact, Philip's friend had survived the creature's attack the previous night, so he had come here to save his friend. After that, they all go to the lab, and Meddy picks up a book to read about the creature to find out what it is. They discover that these are ancient crabs with a lot of radiation in them. This is why they are so dangerous. Just then, Philip's brother tells them about the incident from the previous day involving the whale, revealing that these creatures actually come in three types: the crabs, the size of a human, and the ones that had eaten the whale and caused a terrible condition, which are very large. Then we see the city in chaos, where these creatures are wreaking havoc. They are attacking people everywhere and brutally killing them, leading to many becoming their prey. Philip's brother drops everyone off near the garage and goes to look for his officer partner, as he has been missing. Although Philip tries to stop him, his brother insists that he is also an officer and should not give up. He should go find him. Saying this, he leaves. They all gather in the garage to discuss how to get rid of these creatures. Philip is confident that he can create something to eliminate these creatures, and he gets to work. His brother arrives at the officer's house to check on him, but suddenly the creature attacks him, severely injuring the officer. He is covered in blood and dies on the spot. Philip's brother is about to attack the creature, but manages to escape outside. Many creatures have also arrived outside the garage, and Philip's friend steps out to fight them, drawing their attention to himself, while Meddy, her mother, and the others kill some of the creatures. On the other side, we see that large creature in the sea that had eaten the whale, and the dangerous thing is that it is heading towards the city. As morning breaks, they create a very large robot that is powerful enough to defeat that large creature. Philip controls it from inside. By then, the large creature has also emerged from the sea, and Philip goes to fight it. He punches it hard. Philip lands several more blows, but the creature is also quite strong. It is not going down easily and retaliates by attacking Philip's robot, breaking off one of its arms. After that, Philip starts fighting the creature with the robot's sword and breaks off one of its arms too. His friends cheer loudly, but this enrages the creature. It attacks again and knocks the robot down. Just then, Philip's brother arrives with a car. He jumps onto the creature with the moving car, but before that, the car collides with it. He hits the creature with the car, and as the car crashes into it, the explosion slightly burns the creature. It also becomes weaker. In the meantime, Philip gets the chance to prepare for the next attack. He activates his major battery and connects it to the robot. Then he launches a massive attack on the creature. As the laser light hits its body, it pierces through and kills it instantly, causing it to collapse. Everyone is is very happy to see that Philip's robot has finally defeated this dangerous creature. After the battle, Mehdi comes to him. They express their love for each other, and she promises to support him. A few days later, Philip repairs his robot, making it even stronger, and sets out to eliminate the remaining creatures in the city, with Mehdi fully supporting him. They embark on a mission to kill smaller creatures like crabs, and this is how the film ends.